Yes, boys, how we all doing? And welcome back to the channel, man. Now, with the new season looming, boys, a lot of us want to get up to that next division before the reset. Because obviously, remember, Thursday morning we'll get the reset for the new season, which means most likely you will drop 1 to 2 divisions in Rivals. So, if you want to get, those Div 1, Elite Division rewards, Div 2 rewards, whatever it may be, get up that next division. Hopefully today's custom tactic video will help you boys out as well, man. I've been having a ton of fun this week in Rivals, boys, with these tactics, man. I was Div 3 this time last week. Now I'm Div 2 comfortably. I'm like 5 or 6 games in Div 2. And, I'm, looking to push towards Div 1 with these tactics for Thursday, right? Without further ado, smack a like if you enjoy. Let's jump in, boys. So here we go. So obviously 4-4-2 flat, alright? It's another 4-4-2. It's been my go-to formation this year. I uploaded a tactic video. A lot of you boys seen it maybe about 2 weeks ago now. Video did really well, so appreciate all the support on that one and hope it helped a lot of people. This is another 4-4-2. It's my favorite formation by far this year. I've tried, the 4-5-1. I've tried the 4-3-2-1. I've tried a few different ones, man. But for me, the 4-4-2 is still clear. And, as I say, so 4-4-2 flat. We're going with counter. I did try the balanced. I even tried the short passing on this, and they were all right on this formation and these tactics. But for me, boys, counter still works the best, and you're going to see on that in a second why as well. 90 on the line height. My kind of thing with this is, boys, and you boys know, right? I'm no pro. I'm no real high-level player. The biggest problem I've had with defenders in recent years is they're too passive, right? No matter what player instructions, player roles I put on them, they're far too passive. And for me, he's not going to be an amazing player switcher in game. Yeah, I want my defenders to be, don't want them to be passive and just backing off, and letting my opponents get into the box easily and get easy shots on goal, right? By having the line height high, it deals with the problem earlier. Now, it was actually one of you boys that recommended me to try this line height at 90, right? And I wasn't sure about it at first. But whenever I tried it, it's worked absolute wonders for me. Because, yes, at first I was with you boys. I thought, this is going to make my team, make my defense way up the pitch, and I'm just going to concede so many goals. And for someone who's not particularly great at defending in this game, I thought that'll not be good for me. The one thing I will say, boys, you need quick defenders for this, right? You'll notice here I've got Baka, Saliba, Vanden Vendello. It's a quick back line. You need that. There's no doubts about that one. Don't be rocking a 75 pace centre back in this back line. In this tactic, it'll just not work. You do need the pace, but don't associate this high line with like an all-out attack. This is a perfectly good tactic, boys, as I say, to run throughout the whole game, from the very start. That's how I run it. And as I say, gameplay examples to follow on that as well. But yeah, we run the defensive line at 90. Deals with the problem a lot earlier, I find. Players are more aggressive. And because we've got Sissoko and Thuram who drop in, we'll get into the player roles in a second, they add that extra defensive stability to my team, man. So you'll see in the gameplay, boys, realistically, I do not get defensively outdone many times with this formation. It's quite strong. Players gap, the gaps between each player is quite they're quite tight. This is actually a defensively sound tactic as well. So 90 on the line height then, as I say. Then move over to player roles, and we're going to start with keeper. So Alisson, we've got him in sweeper keeper. Some of these will be very similar to the 4-4-2 custom tactics I did a few weeks ago. We've got Vanden Ven and Saliba. Now Saliba's on defender plus, Vanden Ven's on defender. These two, I think, if you were to put any of these on a different role, boys, it might be problematic in this system, considering that, like, say you play a ball playing defender, he comes out, that's gonna be problems. Because you want these guys to stay in position because you're playing this high line as it is. Do you know what I mean? You don't want them moving up even further up the pitch. Because these players are going to feel like ball-playing defenders anyway, because you're going to be that high up the pitch. So you don't want to add to that by playing them on ball-playing defenders. So for me, definitely defender on both those. Fullback defend, alright? Now, I did have my fullbacks in my old custom tactic video, I believe, and what I've run for most of this year so far has been the fullbacks unbalanced. However, with this formation, I found that it's really good to have these on defend, both Delo and Baka, who I have. Just adds more defensive stability to this team, man, especially with the line height that we're running with. Mbele, then, we've got him an inside forward balanced. Thuram, and actually we'll leave Thuram to Sissoko for a second. We've got Rashford out wide here, wide playmaker attack for him. So obviously with the ball, you can see how that lines up. It's pretty much like a 4-2-2 essentially there, if you look at it like that. Midfield too, alright? Sissoko and Thuram, alright? Now, in the last 4-4-2 video I made with tactics, I put both Thuram and I think my other midfielder was with Tweedy at the time. I had both of those as box-to-box, which worked with that system, alright? However, we've got, in this video, we're going to have Thuram playing as a deep-lying playmaker, focus on defending, and Sissoko as your box-to-box, alright? Depending on obviously who your two centre mids are, boys, you can work with that as well, but, I would highly advise having one on box-to-box and one on deep-lying playmaker, man. Obviously, the front two, listen, we're going for finesse shot central, man, up front. We've got Heung-min Son and Solskjaer. Both these cards I've picked up in the last week. They fit this system so well. I actually love the Poacher, and I was actually going to play Poacher on both Son and Solskjaer, but then I thought, you know, I thought it might be too similar, and a lot of viewers were saying, Jack, you got to have that balance. So, and I do agree with that. You don't want these players kind of taking up their own spaces, you know what I mean, you know, getting into each other's way. So what I've ran with is the Son on Advanced Forward Plus and the Solskjaer on Poacher. Because before I bought in Solskjaer, I had Son on Poacher. He was great there. Because Solskjaer's got the plus role on Poacher, I went with that on him, and then Son on Advanced Forward Plus. Really, really nice front line. The runs these players make, the angles they create, just finesse shots obviously are OP. Yeah, this works, man. They are the tactics. As I said, we're gonna jump into some gameplay here, alright? Now what I've done for today's video, a bit different from the last video, we're actually gonna be doing post-com, alright? I'm gonna try it out. I haven't done a post-com in a while. Because I think it might help me with type of videos like this, boys. It might help me break down really how this formation plays even better, rather than having to try and talk while I'm playing the actual game in live time. So what I've done is, right before recording this video, I've played 2 games with this team. With these tactics in Div 2. We won one of the games very, very comfortably against a very solid opponent, and then the second game, yet again, a very solid opponent we managed to draw. But these 2 games are a really nice sample, boys, of what this formation could do for you, because obviously one of the games, you know, we score a lot of goals and do that, but obviously in the second game, it finished 1-1, I believe. I want to show you, boys, how defensively steady this formation was for me. As I said earlier, there wasn't too many gaps, man, between my defense and midfield. You know, when you run this formation, you're thinking, oh, we're going to get outrun here. We're going to get destroyed. Wasn't like that, man. It wasn't like that. As I say, the big thing with this formation, boys, on that high, that 90 on the line height, is the fact that it deals with the problem earlier for me. You know, if I miss a tackle when my players are high up the pitch, it doesn't matter because they're quick. They've got the recovery pace to get back. They move back as a back 4, and I get another chance. Pretty much, the easiest way to explain this, it nearly gives me another chance to defend, right? You know where if you run your defensive line deep, right? You know, say you're running low defensive line, like 50 depth, right? Or even lower. If you make a mistake there, whenever the player's in your box, they're likely going to have a one-on-one with the keeper, right? Whereas with this formation, if I make a mistake with Van den Ven or Saliba or Delo, whoever my defender is, right? Or even my midfielder, if I miss a tackle, right? These players will get back and give you another chance. That's what I found, because you know, as I say, you need to have the right personnel in this team, the right players, you know, the high energy midfielders, etc., and the obviously the pacey defenders. But if you've got that, the right personnel in, this team will work like a charm for you, boys. It really, really will, man. Go for here, boys. All right. Look at my line, right? It is a very, very high line, all right. We've got 90 depth, we're aggressive, but as I say, look. Sissoko and Thuram in that midfield, we can beat there, good ball through, Saliba's in with the tackle, right? But as I say, imagine he misses that tackle, right? And you'll see it in this gameplay. They all drop back as a unit. They've got the recovery pace. We're trying an early shot with Solskjaer. It actually nearly came off there, man. A little bit more power on that, might have been a chance. But yeah, here we go again, right? He's on the attack. Van den Ven reads that nicely. But it deals with the problem a lot earlier for me, right? I hate my defenders keep backing off, and then eventually, you know, I might not make a defensive mistake in terms of missing a tackle or you know, making a foul or something. But it's just, I don't deal with the problem, you know. They keep backing off. The player switching's too slow, especially in laggy gameplay as well. When the servers are laggy, it's awful. And then they go and score, and they get inside my box, get the killer pass into the box to the striker, turn me, and score, right? This system here, it doesn't allow for that, because most of your defending you do outside the box. Biggest thing I will say about this formation, boys, make sure you don't give away the ball in a bad area, because that will be one big problem for you. Obviously, that is the downside, you know. There's a downside to every formation, and let's rewind that back a wee second to show you boys this play. But there's a downside to every formation, right? And with this formation, yes, that's, you know, but I suppose it's like most formations, but especially with this formation because you're higher up the pitch. Whenever you're building out from the back there, as you can see with me, right, when I'm building out here, like if I was to give away the ball now with the low, like look at it, it's like a 6-on-5 man or a 6-on-4 there. Do you know what I'm saying? So you know, it can cause problems. You just need to be careful, be calm, be composed, bring the ball out. But once you get out, runners everywhere, man. You have options everywhere the way these player roles are set up. So yeah, we play it out nicely here with the low into Dembele. I try the skill move. We don't quite break away, I think, here, because he think he wins the ball back right over here, doesn't he? Yeah, this over the top didn't work, I don't think. Wins the ball. And then watch where the team is now, right? So look at the defensive line, boys, alright? Look at the defensive line from here. So he plays the ball through. Okay, the expected through ball there, right? Now I've got a chance. Look where I'm defending here. Look where I'm defending from here, right? So the biggest thing is, imagine they're 10 yards further back. When that big killer through ball gets through, imagine these players are 10 yards further back, my defenders, and his striker is 10 yards closer to my goal. You know, it's so much easier for him to go and get that shot away. But these players here, and look at Thuram and Sissoko will recover here. As long as you stand them up, right, which I do here, right? I stand them up with Saliba. Now, I don't need to go and win the ball here. It's just because he took a bad touch, so I went and won it, right? But if he didn't win it there, so Thuram and Sissoko have those, as I say, that box-to-box energy to get back and help me out, man. For someone who's not really that good at defending in this game, boys, if I put my hands up and be completely honest, I'm not great at defending in this game. This formation's helped me massively with that, man. you know? So look, you know, we're dealing with the situation early, right? And look, the whole line's together. You know, I can go and challenge with the low. Now they drop back in the box. Now they're in the box anyway, right? So for me, for the way I see it, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on the defending side of things, the way I see this in terms of defending, and I want to talk about defending first with this formation rather than attacking, because I think attacking's going to take care of itself, the fact we're using the 90 depth. With the 4 defenders pretty much in the box, apart from the low there, who's marking the winger. But it gives me 2 opportunities to defend. You know, they've got all the pace to get back in and defend and help me out. He's out wide here. They're defending. And then obviously I'm using that counter, right? So they all break out together as well. Dealt with that. Quite a predictable ball from him. We break out, man. We break out. We go. So Rashford wins the ball back. Nice. And then we're away again, right? So I think, yep, driven ball into Son. Get the return. Back to Solskjaer into Rashford. There's runners going everywhere, man. Obviously, we've got Dembele, who's just out of picture at the minute, into Son. This is the one that I massively messed up, by the way. I'm trying the traditional Son finesse shot. Didn't quite come off. However, this guy gave me a gift, by the way. Solskjaer. We ain't missing that. That's 1-0. Bound the event in again, man. Alright, so I think there's pretty much 2 goals, boys, coming up in pretty short succession here, man, to be fair, right? So Dembele into Son, and the finesse shot. Yeah, just cooks him, man. Just cooks him. So yeah, just as I say, ball in. That's from near enough my kickoff there. We went and scored that. So yeah, very nice finesse shot with Son yet again. You expect that from him. He goes and bags that. Here, boys, ball roll. Look for the ball inside. Thuram into Sissoko, into Rashford. As you can see, fluid movement going forward, man. I move the ball with Rashford. Son makes the run inside. Dembele's there again. Extra man across. Goal. And that's what I mean, man. We just put this back a little bit to show you boys the movement going forward here as well, alright? So this is from back of here, right? It's just, we're always one step ahead here, man. And we've got the runners. You know, we've got the 4. That's why this formation, boys, I love it going forward, man. Because there's so many options running forward. And this clip perfectly shows that. Because look, even this freeze frame right now, look, you've got Son on the far side, you've got Solskjaer up front in our front 2, we've Rashford out left and Belly out right, we've got our midfield 2 of Sissoko and Thuram on the ball at the minute, moving forward as well. And obviously then my fullbacks, I have them stay back for that reason, because I don't want to be, you know, we've got enough runners, you know, so I didn't want to have, the reason I don't have the fullbacks on balance in this formation, boys, is for 2 reasons. One, obviously, as I said earlier, it's for defensive purposes as well, because of the high line, you want them to stay in that back 4 all the way back, so from 90 depth all the way back to 50 depth, you know, back to our own box. Obviously, going forward, I don't really want them to get in the way of Dembele, Rashford, because Rashford and Dembele make very good AI runs, I find, and also very good runs from me triggering the L1, right? So, you know, for them to pass and run. So, you can see here, I think Rashford's on the run at the minute, Dembele's moving inside. Yeah, there's a lot of movement, a lot of options here, as you boys can see, man. So let's just let this play. Rashford, little step over, gets away from the player. Look at this options, man. I could easily get into Thuram now and then play it in Dembele and go out wide. I ended up traveling with Rashford, then playing the ball to Son. Son holds it, and then Dembele's the free man. Like, look how much space Dembele's in. Yards of space. All I need to do is a simple X pass here. Dembele touch, Dembele goal. Here we go again, boys. Alright, so another big chance coming in here. Just playing that ball around, creating the space. As you can see, we sent the low on a run there. He actually got really unlucky. He got blocked off by Mendy, I think that is, at left back for this guy. But just again, recycle the ball. Be patient with this formation, boys, and trigger your runs. Because look at the space we're creating here, man. Lovely play. Son should score this. Alright, back on the ball then, boys. This is the goal, right? This is the equalising goal in this game. It is a finesse shot with Solskjaer, but I want you boys to pay attention to the build-up play here as well. So Harry Kewell on the ball, brought him on. Got him in the latest hero pack. I don't know what to feel about him just yet. I'm not sure where he's good or bad really for me at the minute, but I'm running him as a bit of a super sub at the minute. Good recycling of the ball again here into Kewell. And look at this here as well, boys, right? Solskjaer, right? All they got to Solskjaer moved inside there as well, man. That finesse is obviously nasty, man. That finesse was just, it cooked him. Absolutely cooked him with the finesse. And this is a game that, as I say, I wanted to throw in because there wasn't a lot of chances in this game. You know, despite this formation's high chance creation in this game, this guy was, yeah, he was tough to break down, man. And you will get that in some games. You'll get that in some games. You know, 9 times out of 10, this formation creates a lot of chances for me. But in a game like this, it was tough to do so. However, as I say, we got the goal. And that run, that little movement from Ollie, right? Because I think he was on the other side of the fullback. Let me just play this back. I think Solskjaer started on the left side, didn't he? There's a lot of transition in this team, boys, which is obviously brilliant, right? Because we've got the defensive line high, we've got our midfield set. We want to have transitions in the forward line to create movement and create space and create opportunities. So I think Solskjaer does move inside here, right? Kewell, as you can see, I play Kewell passes the ball there from Sissoko. He gets the 1-2. Then he's playing it forward to Solskjaer, who hits that finesse, man. From halfway through Div 3, boys, to nearly halfway through Div 2. You know, up nearly a full division in a couple of days with this formation change. Honestly, I just thought I'd throw it out there, you know, and hopefully it might not work for everybody, But I think the high line, boys, is very effective right now. Obviously, yes, the one thing is the over-the-top balls. You gotta be careful from that, especially the kickoff thing. I didn't even mention the kickoff thing in this video. Make sure, goes without saying with this high line, that, you know, from kickoff, you're getting control of your centre-back early, whoever that is, and you're bringing them back. Overall, boys, as I say, man, I really enjoying this. So, if you use it, please do get in the comments. The tactic code will be in the top line of the description. I'll also pin it in the comments for you boys as well. So, if you want to use the code, it'll be in the video description and in the top line of the comments as well as the pinned comment. Give it a go, boys. As I say, I urge you to give it a go. Try it out for a game or two. See what you think of it. I just feel, especially if you're bad at defending, man, which is crazy to say, but especially if you're bad at defending, run the 90 depth and see how you get on. It's a mad... It sounds mad, I know, but it's honestly working for me, boys. It's working for me, man. It's absolutely OP. And this was something that worked for a lot of people pre-patch. A lot of viewers told me about this pre-patch. And even post-patch now, it's still effective for me. So, yeah, give it a go. Let me know your thoughts. And, yeah, if the video's been helpful, boys, please do smash a like. Of course, as I'm sure a lot of you boys know, you're seeing on the channel recently, we're very, very close to 7,000 subscribers, man, alright? We're literally like 60 subscribers away at the time of recording this. So, if you boys are watching this and you're new to the channel, and you're enjoying the content so far, I'd really appreciate it, boys, if you could consider smacking that subscribe button for your boy Footy. I'd really, really appreciate that. It'd be amazing. Another step closer to 7k, that would be, if you could do that, boys. So, yeah, really appreciate it. You're legends. Thanks for watching, boys, and I'll see you all in the next one, man. Peace out.